Good morning, students. In today's class, I'm going to take up this five topics from the first chapter of history, that is the medieval periods. The topics are medieval maps, writing of the medieval scholars, historical accounts of the medieval foreign travelers, medieval documents or archives, and the last topic is growth of new languages. Do you know, students? Knowing a region's geography helps us understand its history better. In this, maps are of great help. They show the geographical features of a region and the region's location with respect to other regions. Such information may explain why a region prospered or why was a region frequently invaded or remained isolated and so on. The skill of cartography or map making was practically unknown in ancient India. Then, how did the science of cartography come to India? All right. The worldwide growth of trade and the expansion of empires during the medieval period created the need of accurate maps. The Arabs and the Europeans, who undertook long journeys over land and sea, developed cartography. Contact with the Arabs and the Europeans introduced India to cartography. This is a picture of the 12th century cartographer from Morocco, and his name is Al-Idrisi. This is the world map developed by him, which is a world map of upside down. He made one of the most advanced medieval world maps for King Roger II of Sicily. Can you see Arabia at the center of this map and India towards its left? By the end of medieval period, cartography became more accurate. Medieval maps and the writings of medieval authors provide valuable information about the geographical features and the names of the places in medieval times. However, the place names mentioned in these documents may have changed with time. In such cases, the historian has to find out the present names. Among the medieval scholars who visited India were Al-Biruni, famous Central Asian scholar, and Ibn Battuta, a scholar from North Africa. Their writings give us valuable geographical information on medieval India. Al-Biruni learned Sanskrit from Brahmin scholars and translated many Indian books in Arabic language. He wrote a book named Kitab al-Hind on India. Ibn Battuta also wrote a book on India, and the name of his book is Rihla, and it is a travel literature. Ibn Battuta's journeys lasted for a period of almost 30 years, covering nearly the whole of the Islamic world and beyond. Ibn Battuta visited India during the reign of Tughlaq dynasty. and the ruler was Muhammad bin Tughlaq. During medieval period, the need for keeping records was strongly felt. Do you know why? Because there were elaborate system of administration, large scale trade, many types of crafts and artwork, and religious, cultural activities. All this required the keeping of records. In the medieval period, paper came into wide use as writing material. The paper documents that have come down to us are at present preserved in archives. An archive is a collection of historical documents and records of a government, family, or other organization. One such historical document is Kalhana's Raj Tarangini. Kalhana was the Kashmir's Sanskrit scholar, and his book Raj Tarangini is a history of Kashmir. As a true historian, Kalhana referred to different original documents, inscriptions, and coins to check the facts. This is the last slide of today's class, and the last topic is growth of new languages. During medieval period, most scholars and officials all over India wrote either in Sanskrit or in Persian language. However, regional languages came into wide use in the regional kingdoms. For example, Kashmiri language in Kingdom of Kashmir, Gujari language in the Kingdom of Gujarat, Kannada language in the areas of Karnataka, Telangani in the regions of Telangana, Gauri language in the Kingdom of Bengal, Awadhi language in the Kingdom of Awadh, that is a present-day Uttar Pradesh. Many literary works were composed in these regional languages, and these works provide valuable historical information about the medieval Indian history. Thank you so much, students.